Big Meech calls out Rick Ross for siding with 50 Cent. The legendary street icon Big Meech has officially come out to expose Rick Ross and 50 Cent publicly after they tried teaming up against him. And this beef is getting serious. Big Meech is a well-respected OG from the streets of Detroit that founded the Black Mafia family, a well-respected mob family that specialized in street dealing. These guys were huge and known by everyone in the trap game. They started to gain notoriety after celebrities started shedding light on their story, and a documentary was made about BMF. Many celebrities shout them out in rap song lyrics, and that's exactly where Rick Ross's connection with Big Meech comes into play. Rick Ross's famous line, "I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover," is what originally connected Rick to Meech. After Meech was released from prison a few years ago, he started connecting with all these guys in the industry. But unfortunately, things started to go sour between him and 50 Cent recently, which led to Rick Ross getting involved and basically teaming up against the OG Big Meech. Meech felt terribly disrespected and took to social media to respond to all the nonsense. And he is not having it. I'm quite positive 50 Cent and Rick Ross are gonna keep their mouths shut after this. There's obviously a lot to get into today with all that's going on in the industry and all the celebrity reactions to this rap beef. But today, we'll mainly be sticking to Big Meech calls out Rick Ross for siding with 50 Cent, because this is the talk of the town. Nobody expected Big Meech to come out and say this publicly. Like I said, there's a lot to get into today, so be sure to stick around and watch this video until the end as we get into things one detail at a time. Trust me when I say you won't want to miss a thing. Thanks for stopping by today and visiting us at Lime Report. We post daily rap updates and news that you really should know about if you're a fan. For more content like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to leave a like and comment keyword Meech to enter our giveaway. One lucky viewer will be picked. Now, let's jump into this video and take a closer look at Big Meech calls out Rick Ross for siding with 50 Cent. Why Big Meech is beefing with Rick Ross and 50 Cent. So let's talk about Big Meech, Rick Ross, and 50 Cent, because somehow one of the biggest street dealers in American history is still at the center of rap beef in 2024. First off, Big Meech is the real deal. He co-founded the Black Mafia family, one of the most powerful empires in US history. But he wasn't just moving bricks. He was rubbing shoulders with some of the biggest rappers of the early 2000s. Rick Ross? He built a whole brand off Meech's name. In 2010, he dropped BMF, Blowing Money Fast, rapping, "I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover." That song turned Meech into a legend for a whole new generation. Ross even named his label Maybach Music Group MMG, which some people think was inspired by BMF. And 50 Cent, he came into the picture later. He didn't have a personal relationship with Meech, but he ended up producing the TV show BMF on Starz, a dramatization of Big Meech's life. And guess what? Meech fully co-signed 50's version of the story, while Southwest T, Meech's brother, supported Rick Ross, and that brings us to this beef. 50 Cent and Rick Ross have hated each other for over a decade, but the BMF connection made things messier. Ross was repping BMF in his music, but 50 started clowning him, saying he had zero real ties to the crew. Then 50 put out the BMF show, making himself the face of Meech's story. Ross and Southwest T were not happy. 50 Cent kept trolling Ross online, saying he was just a correctional officer playing a kingpin. Ross fired back, saying 50 was obsessed with him. The whole thing turned into a battle of who's really down with BMF. And the answer? Big Meech never publicly picked a side, but he definitely embraced 50 Cent's show more than Rick Ross's music. Big Meech's sentence was reduced in 2021. Originally, Meech was hit with a 30-year in federal prison for running BMF's massive operation. However, thanks to changes in sentencing laws, he's set to be released in 2028 instead of 2031. Meech wasn't just a kingpin. He was a hip-hop icon before he even got locked up. He threw insane parties, ran nightclubs, and had direct connections to Young Jeezy, Diddy, Gucci Mane, and Fabulous. BMF wasn't just about narcotics. They were also a record label, funding artists and keeping Atlanta's rap scene flooded with cash. Their legendary billboards in ATL literally said, "The world is BMF's," just flexing on law enforcement. At the end of the day, Big Meech is still a legend, whether it's in rap, crime history, or TV. His story isn't over yet, and by the time he gets out in 2028, you know he's going to make headlines again. Thanks for stopping by. For more content, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time at Lime Report.